truck.
¿Cómo va a poder ver?
Freaking playing musical cars, man. Alright, well, while he's playing musical cars, we'll set the truck up. Shove these back into here. Yeah, he's taking this fucking. That'll work. I'm going to activate something that usually helps. That's going to be the camera. Just got to give it a sec to queue up here. Get out of phone mode and camera mode. Dick cock the wheels. We're right about where I want to be as far as the front end goes. Get them in right where that's at. I think I gotta worry about with this shit is these stupid things. Yeah, let me see if I can put the forks in right there. I'm gonna use spring forks today. Under the bumper with these. You see how high that puts it? Yeah, that's okay. Oh, I did the lift. What I do right now is just position those right under the springs. So it also tells me that I need to I'm just going to block it. So these are for, I got one. I got one. Great. I got to find another one. I had these big freaking blocks somewhere. I don't know what the fuck happened to them. Alright, well, let me find some wood and we'll come back. Alright, let's try this again. I've repositioned my lift. Gotta get one more wheel up on a 4x4. Like this, just like that. There we go. There's no pressure on the wheels, so it should come right up. So remember, the key thing is when you go to drop, the wheels have to be straight too. Okay, down we go. Times. My big rig guy hates them. Alright, I guess we'll put them in under the truck. Side goes inward. These are done right. Should just go pretty much right into place. Yeah, that's what. Get it down a little bit. And come on. Just like that, make sure that wire's not right there. That'd be a bad idea. Alright. Same thing with the other side. Lock it. Swing it out. Put it in. That one too. Yeah, that one's locked. Okay. So now the spring shackles are in. We just need to line them up. What we do is we lift and we push out. What's going on here? this one. This one's golden. It is. We're in it. Make sure the truck's locked up. Alright, so now what we do is we take the pin. I prefer to go the inside out to make things easier to get to. You put the pin in the lowest possible setting. There's 4 holes for different size leads. That is the lowest setting. This side is the fun side. The reason I say that is you've got the steering arm right there. So I've got options here with this I can do, and that is I can go the lowest hole, or I can go one up in that lowest hole. I want to get as low as possible. What it means is, now that I'm lifted, I will lift it up more. And I believe, turn the wheel out, just like that. I can get the pin out, just like that. And right now they're pinned, which means it is not going anywhere. You technically still have to strap it or chain it? Yes. You have to chain straight down so that the forks can't slide out of the holders. Although with this much weight, I doubt that's realistically going to happen. There it is. It's pinned. Okay, I'm turning the wheel back now. Chúpame verga, cabrón. One thing I'm going to do before we take off is I'm going to raise the lid. We're towing it because it's got a head issue. It'll run, but we're not going to drive it all the way there. Okay, 4x4s go here. Take the chains. Got a good helping length of them. Normally I'd cross the chains. The problem I have with crossing chains is they catch on this, which makes it no good. So what we're going to do here is we're going to loop this independent of our hitch hookup. Yeah, in the same place. It's probably not the greatest of ideas, but oh well. Flip it around there like that. Not designed for this chain. Just like that. Give it a wee bit of length. The whole idea right now is to actually keep it in some. So right about yay. I'm gonna take the brake off. Make sure it's in neutral. Brakes off. Enough. I have clearance from the back of the truck. I'm not going to hit the back of the truck, but I'm not too far out either because I don't want too much tail hang. Alright, same thing here with this one. That and just like that. Okay, so we got to get lights and we got to pull the drive shaft. We're almost done on the hookup, but I'm going to move because I'm not doing the drive shaft right here. You know what? Let's do the lights real quick before I roll out. Drive shaft's going to be last. We're going to do the lights, and for this truck, it is very long, cable extension right here. Okay. It's a heavy beast to pick up from the back. I've done them before, but it's still a heavy, heavy fucking truck. Extended cab, I'm picking up about 8,000 to 9,000 pounds off the front end. The formula is somewhat closer to 60%, but then you have to weigh in the factor of I have shifting weight to the rear, as well as it's an extended cab, so it's longer. So that adds in some factors. We'll just put our lights right here. I think they're long enough to go. No, they're not long enough to go all the way across. So we'll just put them right there. Just do the same thing on both sides. Okay. Just gonna run the cable up and over the cab. Just easier that way than trying to tie it around doors and shit. Before we do all that, let's get our extension connected. And we're gonna check these lights before we leave. Make sure that everything's functioning properly. Check them every single time. It'll be that one time you go to tow something and the wire came loose or something, or something's not working right. If you can chuck something, you can chuck a cable. Now, keep shit from moving anywhere, what I like to do is clip the cable to the grill. For that, I'm gonna need my keys. That'd be a good time to check our lights. Pretty much if the four ways work, then the rest of the lights work, because they're connected to the same circuit. I'll grab a quick clamp. Stretch whatever excess we got here. Take that, put it on the grill like that. What that'll do is that'll buy us that bit of room, and the cable can react. Alright, so we've got marker lights on the rear. Kind of want to get these far out as I can. Guess I need to make a longer cord on these stupid things. So there we go. We got flashing tail lights, we got marker lights, which means all that shit's working. Alright, so we're golden there. Make sure everything's secured. It needs to be secured. Crossing under the stinger is actually a bad idea, because if you're in traffic and something hits you, it can send shit flying. So make sure all this shit's secured. There's no gas cans, chains to hang down and stuff like that. Yeah, we don't want those, so we'll just clip the chain off. We have a chain here. Just kind of hanging. I hate hanging chains because they dangle and they make noises. Those noises freaking make me think that something came loose, because as you're towing, you're listening for that telltale ding 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 of chains. This is what happens when you have a rotation rack on the side of a truck and everything's chained down. With this mesh, chains always tend to fall through the mesh. It's a great place to anchor shit to, but you know, it's problematic with this kind of stuff. As you can see right here, that chain is stuck because there, it fell through. So we'll put this air tank back through there. chain back through the air tank like it's supposed to be. Hook the air tank back on with the bungee cord. And I can loop it, I guess. That's the best we can hope for. Alright, so I'm gonna grab my blocks of wood because I'll need these to drop it. Already picked up that one. Alright, so now we just need I'm gonna pull out onto harder surface. I can roll a creeper. And we're gonna pull the drive line. Now is a good time to check our turning radius to see how close we are. So we're going to be close, but we're not that close. As I turn, this thing's, well, it's not going to go any further than that anyways. So we've got about a good 6 inches. That's good. That's how you check it. A good way to check your turning radius. Extend it out and then bring it in as you need it. Yeah. So let's pull out the rest of the way, and then we're going to pull the drive line off, get it secured. So right now I'm just watching what I'm turning into. The truck's going to start to straighten out some now. I'm going to try to get to the other side of this gate. See if I can open this gate anymore. That's about it. So we need to somehow back it over more. There's a method to this. If we get close to the gate, we back it up and we go from there. What I'm doing is I'm swinging wide right now, watching the gate. About to just get to that back tire, we'll be good. Problem is, I don't think that's going to happen. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to back up. Watch the damn Spectrum truck. I'm going to pull forward. Cutting over to the right some. What that's going to help me do is bring that back end over. What I could also do is swing. What that will do is allow the truck to pull around. It's going to be close. Yeah, we're clear. Once the back tires get around to where that gate is, I can pretty much maneuver it, and it's not going to get any closer. It's actually going to follow me now. Alright, so good enough. We're going to get under it, and we're going to pull the drive line off it. So here we go. There we go with that. Shouldn't be too crazy. I think we'll be all right there. Let me grab my my little impact gun. Let's see here. That would be the little impact gun. That has a 10mm socket. I don't need to have in place. I guess it's going to be like a 3/8. Usually somewhere around there. small shit. Bring that in that socket, and then on top of that, what we're gonna bring is a wrench, some kind of wrench. Rigged it by wrench. All right, well, we'll start with this and see what we get. Got a wrench. I need it. There's something right here. Yeah. There's a wrench. Bring that. And for right now, I'm going to bring why it's important to put your shit away where it's supposed to go. And then goes in the corner under the creeper. Foldable creeper. It's an awesome piece of equipment if used correctly. Okay, that, and we're gonna need a strap. So just use one of my wheel lift straps. There's our drive line. So let me set you guys down here. Kind of watch what I do. Socket. Let's say 3/8. Yep. That would be 3/8. And yep, that would also be too hard for this. So I'm gonna loosen them, and then I'm gonna take them off the rest of the way we're done. Once you crack them loose, you have to use the gun on it. Get that initial torque. That don't feel right. That one feels like it got stuck. Fucking Loctite probably. Yeah, that's probably what it was. Alright. More right here. Actually, shit. Got my head moving up. Bring you in right here. These are the bolts, and this is the cap that comes off. Once you break that initial tension, you usually can just get these things right off. And we'll tie this piece. This is a 3-piece drive shaft to the cross beam right here. Alright, so that gets that. And you'll see why I brought the tape here in a minute. I usually like this little impact gun just because it makes it a little faster. Okay. I can do all this by hand if I want to. So there's 2 bolts and a cap. Right now the truck's in neutral, so there's no load on the drive line, which is what we want. Okay, so I'm going to make a mark here. I'm going to make a mark here. The reason I'm doing that is so I know it goes just like that. Although this really doesn't matter because they balance the shaft, not this part. Okay, here comes the fun part. These shafts are not light. So it's got a little bit of movement right there if you can see it. Okay, so now the reason I brought the tape. These caps can come off. There's little tiny bearings inside there. If that cap comes off and hits the ground and we lose any bit of those bearings, then the whole U-joint's shot and we have to replace it. So the golden rule of thumb here is You take off the shaft, keep the caps in place. This applies to pretty much any drive line. You pull off with a U-joint. And since I'm not pulling the shaft completely off, what we'll do is we'll take tape, we'll wrap the end of the shaft. And what that'll do is, that'll let us hold caps in place while we transport. Or while we tow the truck. That keeps shit from coming off. Usually about 2 or 3 wraps, especially if I'm using duct tape. Good. When I get to the point where I'm going to put this back on, then I'm going to get the tape. Now the other thing is I can take it out from there. One thing I will warn you is it's a spline set up there, which means you have to get it exactly in the right orientation, or you will have one hell of a time getting that stupid thing back on. So you know what? That's actually what I'm going to do. I'm not going to tie it up. I'm going to pull the shaft out completely, and we're just going to put it in the cab. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to get a marker. We'll show you guys another little thing here. Always grab all your bolts, make sure you got all of them. 4 bolts, 2 caps. They're important because you need all this shit to put it back together. Now I prefer to put all this stuff right here in my box. It doesn't go anywhere. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a little paint marker. Best in the creeper. These things are awesome. Okay, paint marker. I'm going to slide this out some. What I'm just going to do is I'll take this guy. This is actually, if you're going to mark them, it's easier if you do it when still in place. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of put that right there real quick. Right where it was. Somewhere in that nature. I'm going to mark the drive shaft with this paint marker. Somehow try to get under here. And what that's going to let me do is figure out the spot where it needs to go. And everything goes here. I'm going to do it away from there. I want this one to be more close than I want that one. And the reason for that is so that it doesn't move. Or that needs to be right on. I'll show you right now as I pull this thing out. I'm going to try to be a little educational, however, I still got to tow this damn truck, so I'm going to use my foot right now to hold this thing up. Sometimes you have to give them a little bit of a pop. Can you see all those little teeth there? As I rotate this, there's going to be one that's different. You may not be able to see it, you may be able to see it. When you get to having to put these things back in and you didn't mark them, you'll know what I'm talking about. There's one tooth that's always a little bigger. There's a reason for that. So that you can't put it any different direction. You can only put it one way. Most of the time I'll just tie them up. I decided this time to pull it out completely. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay. Spin the shaft out. Some of the larger trucks, these shafts are an act of God. Now what I'll do with the shaft is I'll just put it in the cab. There's a lot of room in this cab. Come around from the passenger side. one little piece of drive shaft can be quite heavy. This one's not too bad, but I've had drive shafts that were worse. Thicker metal or something. We had a Freightliner at one time. This piece was an act of God. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is, this is why I went through the passenger side. I can put it across the seat, and I'm gonna take it, slide it in there, put it behind that seat. All the way in like that. That's that. Dust myself off. And my pants are taking a beating. Put my shit away. Y'all don't like the commentary, please turn your volume down. Trying to add it in for those that do want to learn something. I'm going to take my creeper. I'm going to check my gloves. Alright, so I keep my binders in this corner here. That was bent for a reason. To do underlift tie down. My creeper goes right back into here like so. So I have the extra box. Now these, as long as they're on top of the mat, they aren't going to go anywhere. But it is crucial that they're on top of the mat. Alright. They won't slide. Alright. So, close that one. I'll throw my gloves in right there. Put my marker back in the door. Close that one. Close the other one. Close this door. Break this off. Alright, so we are good to go. We'll come back in when we're about to get there. Alright, we'll drop here. Alright, let's do this. I think this time I'm actually going to put on some rubbers. crank guns out. Fun part. Let's see here. That on where it was. Yep. Alright, my mark is still there. Yep. Okay, so we'll be able just to thread that bastard right back in there. All goes well. This is where I say it's crucial. If you don't have it lined up right, it won't work. Yep, there it is. I forgot to grab the bolts. Alright. There's swing out. Dagger. Well, it's not really a dagger because it's not a double-edged knife. It's a knife and a saw blade on the other side. You gotta watch out for around this fucking place. Don't always know how to slow down. They're in a rush. Now I get time's money, but freaking save somebody's life here. Slow it the fuck down. Alright. Start that off. Start that off. On the opposing side. One, there's two, there's three, there's four. Now I hit him with the wrench. I'll put the gloves back on for this one. Some of those fucking trucks goes by now. Those are the guys that actually went up on us. The truck drivers, those mostly cars. But most of the deaths that we've had in this industry, in this town at least, has always been the semi-truck drivers taking tow truck drivers out. Yeah. Look out from under here. I'll leave the lights till last. Undo my chains. Superman with my eye on the douchebags coming at me. Alright, so walk around the back. Alright, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to make sure it starts. This way, that way it comes apart nicely when I'm done with it. Now we got that light bar going. The spot I'm standing in right now is called the kill zone. Never a place you want to be too long. It's never really a place you want to be, period, but sometimes you have no choice. Alright, so I'm gonna rotate the wheels. I can block them. Actually, I just did it enough, I can get the damn pin out. want the truck going anywhere. If we don't know if the brake actually works or not, wheel chock. We know the brake works, but the safe end of things, we'll wheel chock it. Probably should have did this when I was underneath it, but it's alright. Okay, so now wheel chocks are in, we'll pull our lock pins out of the spring shackles. Double the wood. We utilized our wheeler grids and our blocks. actually have these on the truck. The holders that they go into are being used for other things. We're gonna pull our shit out of here. Our extensions need to go into there. That light's been on there forever. True test them. A company called Maximal. Makes some good products. Drive it off that high of a raise, so I think what I'm going to do here on that is I'm gonna back up and lift the axle. That camera. All right, there we go. To the edge of the truck. Cut the wheel hard right, hard left. There. It, just that much. Now what I can do is pull these things out of there, set the truck down on level ground. Away from it. Somebody would probably say, yeah, just drive it off. Yeah, I'm not looking to do that. It was kind of high up to drive it off, and it was teetering on the right side one, which is why I did not want to do that. Back in there like that. Sensing with that one. I have to fix that chain pocket.